hello, Lady Lazarus. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, great to be here. My name is Lady Lazarus
How do you get that name?
from a Sylvia Plath poem.
Oh, is it a short poem? Do you remember it?
It's a fairly long-ish poem. I kind of my favorite parts of it are kind of like I've taken bits and pieces of it because if you look at the whole poem, it's like sometimes they talk about like the Holocaust in it, and they use like German words in some of it, and I'm like, okay, like on my website it has like certain lines that resonate with me.
Oh, very sexy poem, I guess. Uh,
It is very sexually haunting. I don't know
okay.
if those are words.
Uh, I notice you have a lot of tattoos. How many tattoos do you have?
um 20 or so, I think. They're all like it's like I don't know, they all run into each other, you know what I mean? I'm like, what, where does one stop and one end, you know?
I noticed the Salvador Dali tattoo. Are you,
Yeah.
are you really into art, or that's just an Animaniacs reference?
I love surrealism. Also, I love the Animaniacs.
Yeah.
That's my era as well.
Yeah, but I remember him from there. I had to study that in art school. Salvador.
Oh, shit. Where'd you go to art school, if you don't mind me
Well, I
asking?
mean, well, not art school. It was school. It had to be an art
Huh.
class. I,
Well, I mean, like,
I
I
was in
was,
Bloomfield College.
I didn't go to college, so, I mean, that's better
Well,
than
it's,
that.
it's
That,
very prestigious. Let's say that.
absolutely. Very, more prestigious than I'm used to.
Okay. How long it took you to do that tattoo in the middle of your chest? That looks elaborate.
Two sittings. It wasn't incredibly that long. They were pretty quick. Um, the line work was pretty quick compared to some of my other line work, like that's done with newer machines. Or, I mean, older machines. It hurts, but it was done like maybe two sittings of 2 or 3 hours, maybe. Like not even though.
Not too
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, like 5 or 6 hours.
What's your favorite tattoo you have on you?
Mm, honestly, I like my banana. This is a Andy Warhol banana. I want to get like all Andy Warhol sleeve. Like I want to get an Andy Warhol sleeve on this arm.
What's the paintings you thinking of getting on your arm?
Um, for this one, they have like a dollar sign that he did. There's the flowers. Um, there's a couple other ones. It depends on the I have really small arms, so it depends on the placement and the size of everything. Like, not sure. I think I'll be able to fit two or three more, but I'm not sure. I think I already just said two or three for this. I would be able to do more if I had a bigger arm.
Oh, do you have a lot of paintings in your house? Since you seem to be really into art.
I wish once I have like my own place, then I'll have shit everywhere. That's how I always try and decorate. Now, as you can see, it's very bare bones.
Yeah. Well.
I'm in an attic. This is not what my whole house looks like.
Oh, did they know you're in the attic?
Yes, yes, I got a deal. So it's best of both worlds here up in the attic.
Okay, not too bad. That tongue thing you have, what is it called?
Um, I guess in medical terms, you'd call it like a bifurcated tongue. Um, split tongue, as they say. Yeah.
Now,
That's what,
how do you get that?
they take like a scalpel, I think is the medical term, and then they go down with it. I drool a lot, so I had to have my tongue kind of like held by another person. and then they went down. Um,
Oh, they don't put you to sleep? I assume they
no,
freeze you.
no, but they suture it up, and then they send you home.
Did it hurt?
The procedure wasn't terrible, but the healing, just because of how much swelling and how petite my mouth is, like my tongue, like I had to chew on ice. My tongue like blew up. So
Oh, what made you decide to get it?
I just really like what it looks like. Um, Shit, I don't know. I like body modifications, I suppose, too. But I like what it looks like. And a lot of people are getting it, and the person who did it, I really like their work a lot. So maybe it's a big part of it, too.
Oh, does it feel different?
Yes. I remember leaving my house the day I got it done and being like, it's not going to feel like this anymore. And your tongue feels different because they cut the bottom of like what kind of connects your tongue to like your mouth, I guess you could say. Um, so your tongue comes out farther. So
Oh,
you're like retraining your mouth how to talk, like lisping and stuff like that. It's I had to I I did mine during like the heat of winter, or I'm sorry, heat of summertime. And my roommates at the time, they had a party, and I decided to go downstairs, and there's a bunch of people over, and I remember having like a notebook and writing down on it, like what they were asking me because I couldn't talk, and I came down with a like spit cup that I was just like,
ooh. Now, since you do like adult films, do the guys say knows the difference like between that tongue and a regular tongue?
oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, and honestly, the women too, women can be very vocal too, but everyone's, you know, before they have the experience of my split tongue, they're like, "Oh, I wonder what that's like," but they say, it feels like two tongues. So
Oh, you have to learn how to use it when you get it.
yeah, in that way too. Yeah, you have to. I mean, even now, sometimes because I have Invisalign that I'm getting, if you don't have your teeth straight in the proper way, they can get in the way too, and then that impedes like how you're talking. But when you're trying to do tricks too, which is a large, reason you'd get your tongue split, hopefully too, that stuff takes a while. You gotta watch yourself. You gotta watch videos of other people doing it.
What tricks can you do? What's your go-to trick?
I can clap them pretty well.
Ooh, nice.
But like other things can be more difficult for me. I think I need to stare at myself more doing tricks or something, or maybe the Invisalign has gotten in my way. Some people can just like this is just think of these as like two different tongues. Like they are just like I wish I could do that, but my left and my right brain are like it's like my hand-eye coordination or something. It's like I'm trying.
Is kissing different with the tongue?
Yes, and people get lost, trying to feel what they're, trying to do. So it could be you yourself maybe have to go a little slower so someone else can be like, what is going on?
How does a normal citizen react when they see your tongue?
Someone that's not mean is like, oh wow, oh, like I went to Popeyes the other day, and the guy or the cashier taking my order was like, oh wow, you have a split tongue, and I was like, yep. So maybe I'm a bit more shy about it because people don't really notice too often. But this person was like, "Oh, I'm a little bit hard of hearing, so I look at the mouth." So if people are looking at my mouth, that's when they'll notice it. Sometimes it takes a bit. I could be with someone for a couple hours, and they're like, "Oh, you have that?" And kind of, I love like surprising people like that.
Yeah, they ever think you got it by accident, like in an injury or anything like that?
Honestly, I think I have gotten that before, and I'm like, no, like, why would that take some? It's a whole process. Like, what? That makes no sense.
I don't know. Could have gotten in a knife fight or something or attacked. Who knows?
Yeah, someone was just like, yeah, and then they just fixed it up after that.
Yep. So,
That
you got any other body modifications?
I do. I have a subdermal silicone implant right here. Some by the same person. Sean O'Hare did my all my body modification work. He travels around, but he's from Michigan.
Now, what is the implant? It's like a little object they put in you.
So it's hard, like medical grade silicone. Um, I couldn't watch. Like I was like this. So essentially, they take like mini type forceps. I'm not sure if that's the right word to like spread the skin open by. You can't really see it. Maybe you can. It's just a little slit. Then they like pop the shape through, and then they move it where they need it, on top of the tendons and stuff, because it's subdermal. It's just right under the skin, and then they suture this little beep beep beep, like it's like a little tiny, like that, not even like maybe like tiny hole, whatever slit. Then they
I should,
suture it back up.
I'm surprised he never put you under anesthesia during all these modifications.
What'd you say?
I'm surprised they don't put you to sleep during all the modifications. You seem wide awake during all.
I mean, you know what? I will say this. It having great aftercare and someone that takes care of you very well goes a long way. This person's significant other takes care of their clients very well. Like cold compresses, puts a fan on them. It's and the person Sean who does my work makes me feel very comfortable. So that really really goes a long way with this stuff.
Okay. I noticed you have a Marilyn Monroe tattoo. Was he like an inspiration to you?
Yes, absolutely. So I originally getting these two tattoos, I really go into it with the ideals. Like I really enjoy artists that kind of are crazy themselves or like have some mental stuff going on or like are just kind of like misunderstood. So Salvador Dali is quite misunderstood, and Marilyn Monroe on the different note is very misunderstood.
Did you see the movie on Netflix?
Of Marilyn,
Yeah.
I actually didn't. No, not yet. Have you?
No, not yet. Haven't seen it.
I heard it's good.
No. So, how do you first get into like porn?
Um, I just kept plugging away, just trying to see where I could. You kind of have to just kind of ask around, see who will work with you. I had friends that I knew from like 10 years ago that did it.
Oh, so you were really seeking it out when you found out.
Yeah, yeah. And I was trying to ask around, some people will, you kind of have to help yourself and find it yourself, you know what I mean? But I had friends that, I knew 10 years ago that I still am friends with now, and I was like, oh, you're doing this? I've been thinking about getting into this because I model and kind of do everything that already. So I'm already halfway there. And fuck, I just started shooting with my friends, and then was comfortable enough to start asking to shoot with bigger studios.
What's your specialty? What like draws people to you?
I would say my butt stuff and my group scenes.
Your what scenes?
My group scenes.
Okay.
You know.
Any stars you want to work with that you haven't yet? Any studios besides mine, of course?
Of course. I really want to work with Dread. I really want to work with Brazzers. I've already worked with Reality Kings. Um, there's a lot of mainstream companies that I want to work with, but I know I will look a certain way, and I still have to kind of build a repertoire of work. And I live on the East Coast, so I got to show that I'll keep showing up places. It's hard when you're like an independent uh, performer.
Okay. Well, what scenes do you like to watch when you're?
I enjoy watching group scenes. I enjoy watching ASMR type stuff.
Like whispering?
Noises. Yeah.
What's your trigger noises?
Well, I don't know if you could put them up on where you're going to upload this.
I also bleep it out.
Oh, okay, okay. I like like ball clapping sounds or like wet pussy sounds. Very easy.
Okay. Yeah, you can you can get those sounds easy.
Yeah, yeah. Very
Recording.
easy to please. It doesn't have to be honestly, and I prefer like lower production because that's when you get the realness, right?
Yeah. Does this sound pick up? Because you have to have a loud pussy clapping sound for that to pick
Yeah, well, and also you got to get in there, you got to get the phone in there.
up. Okay.
Or whatever.
What was the wildest scene you've done, you think?
Probably the one that we were supposed to work together, and I was busy filming this scene. That's why I had to take a break because I didn't realize like how nuts it would be. Five people, um, to them all peeing in all of my holes. But I had to like wait uh, uh, for another scene to be done. But it was also butt stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it was also double anal. So it,
Like a aristocrat joke or something.
it absolutely.
Well, what was your favorite scene you done that? If it's not,
Um, my favorite. um, I'm trying to. You know what? I really like my Reality King shoot because they went with the idea that I really like have always wanted to do. I always wanted to. I was a tattoo apprentice years ago, but I never got to tattoo, and they let me play a tattoo artist. So that was just really, really fun to me. And they were just like really fun to work with. Like, let me be myself. And I honestly want to do it again so I can be even more myself to show who I am. And, sometimes you don't always get to do that with major companies.
well, there's a scene you want to do that you haven't done before. What would it be?
Double vaginal. Vaginal.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't
you
know if I
could,
pronounced it the correct way.
well, if you could do double anal, so vaginal shouldn't be that hard.
You know, butts can stretch easy. I don't know, man. I
So
don't
can
know. There's something about
vaginas,
butts.
babies and stuff. They can stretch.
It's fucking true. I had to curse.
Don't worry, don't worry. It's not getting monetized. I'm pretty sure. All right.
YouTube's the worst with that.
Yeah. I'll probably go on a Patreon or something. Uh, we're nearing the end. Is there any upcoming stuff you're planning for?
I'm gearing up for the New York City trip I have this month and then Philly next month. But other than that, then it's just all the exoticas that I'm gearing up for.
Okay. Where can we find you?
LadyLaz.com. Everything is there.
Okay. You have OnlyFans or anything like that?
My OnlyFans accounts are there under the tab My Content.
Okay. We'll check you out. It's nice talking to you.
You too.
Glad we can finally meet.
Me too.
Okay. Let me see you later. Also, you may be on Geeky Femdom if we're lucky.
I hope so.
Okay. All right.